Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Why should you forgive your mother? Because your mother did not know what the fuck she was doing. Your mom didn't know what the fuck she was doing. Yeah, she probably never told you that. But peep game. This is a theory that I thought of before, growing up. About maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. I was like, yo, there's no parenting class. There's nobody that actually teaches you how to be a parent. I mean, you could observe your parents and then pick up on it, but there's no actually class that teaches you how to be a parent. So I said to myself, maybe my mom didn't know what she was doing. So you're like, yo, RPC, but that's a theory, you know what I mean? You going off theories and all that. You come up on the camera, you talking about theories. Pump the brakes, huh? Pump the brakes, fam. Pump the brakes. I said I'm gonna tell you a personal story of mine. I ain't gonna go too deep and too long into it. But, you know, growing up, when I look back at it, you know, my mom was very angry. For whatever reason, whatever she had going over to her and my pops, she was angry for whatever reason. And at times she took it out on myself and my older brother, right? You know, whoopings, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing but, you know, sometimes, you know, my thing was, you know, I don't think as a child, especially around in that era, you know, I grew up in the 80s. I don't think as a child in that era that I didn't deserve whoopings, but it was the things that I got whooped for that I was like,
yo, you gonna beat me for that? Like, yo, my bad. Like, I'm just gonna, all right, I washed the cup out.
Long story short, you know what I'm saying, these things happened throughout my childhood. It stopped when I was about 13. Fast forward to about when I'm like 28. I'm having a conversation with my moms, and I'm like, yeah, you know, just like when you used to beat me when I was younger. She was like, yo, I ain't beat you. I was like, nah, stop playing, nah. Now for real, remember when you used to beat me? Remember when when you was away, went on vacation, I went to such and such house, when you came back, you beat me because you heard I went to. She was like, I ain't never do that. So long story short, she denied the whole thing, and I ain't gonna lie, that messed me up, because that's for lack of a better term, that's an important part of my life. Like that molded me to, you know, part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So for her to deny it, it's almost like as if she was saying it never occurred, it never happened. And the look in her eyes, I could tell like she believed what she was saying, as far as like that never happened.
As true female nature states, females don't like to be accountable for their actions, to the point where they're literally willing to or able to selectively forget their wrongdoings.
Literally. To the point where my mother, you know, 15 years later, can say that never happened and actually believe it. So like I said, that messed me up to the point where, you know, I got a little distant from my mom for a little bit, because, you know, like I said, like, I could see that she believed what she was saying, and that kind of messed me up, because that made me feel like either I was lying, it didn't happen, or she's lying, right? How about it was none of the three I just stated? So fast forward maybe like 8 months later, she was like, yeah, you know, I noticed we've been distant. I was like, yo, because you over here denying that you did X, Y, Z, and It's either one of the three things that I just told you. And she didn't take accountability for that conversation, in that conversation. But the next time that I saw her, the first thing she said was, of course she called me by my government name, but she was like,
RPC, I just want to tell you that I see that I've hurt you. I see that you're hurt by something that I've done to you. I don't know what I've done to you, but because I know that you're hurt because of something that I've done to you, I apologize for that.
like, see even how roundabout the apology was. It wasn't like, yo, you must be right, you know what I'm saying, I probably did that, you know. It was, I must have done something to you, and if that's the case, I apologize. You know what? I'll take that. That's better than nothing. And what she followed up with, which is what I started the story with, is she followed up by saying,
I didn't know what I was doing as a mother. I didn't get no lessons. You know what I mean? Like, I was just winging it.
she definitely said, I didn't know what I was doing. And you know what I told her? What my response to her was? Thank you. Thank you. Because she not only made me feel not crazy, she also made me feel something lifted off of me. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a barrier between us. You know what I mean? So I was able to forgive my mom for the actions that she did when I was younger. I feel there's some of the things she did were a bit excessive. But since the day I was able to forgive her for those actions that she did, not just my relationship with people, but I can tell you my relationship with women has gotten even just that much better. I don't know what it is, because I don't feel like I had like a grudge against women, but how can I say? I can say that. Let me say this way. Women are more receptive to me now. I can. It's almost like I can see the situation happening before it's happening. And me talking to a chick at work or whatever has nothing to do with my mom, but I just feel so free. So I bring all that back around to the point I want to make was, forgive your mom, man, for whatever she did to you. What you saw her do, how she treated you, how she spoke to you, how she spoke about your pops, how she talked down on you, how she crushed your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Forgive her, man. Because she wasn't able to control her nature. Especially if you're a young boy. A lot of these women don't want their young boys to grow into a man. Because a man cannot follow a woman. It's not in man's nature to do so. So why would a mother in this day and age want to raise her son into a man who will no longer follow her, especially if that's her only child? Hacker, make sure y'all cop that. True Female Nature 101. Fellas, ladies also, forgive your mother. You could take the point where I said she did not know what she was doing. She was unable to control part of her nature when she was nurturing me. There was no order, no man in her life to guide her, to give her direction, to give her instruction on how to do things more efficiently and sufficiently and not excessively. Not to get into much details, what I stated my moms did when my pops did find out what was going on in the house, he called his sister to go talk to my mom. Like, yo, chill, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no wrong, you know, disciplining, but you know, you ain't gotta go, I mean, like, you don't gotta go so hard in the paint. So I'll add that to the story. Because my pops was in the picture, once he found out what was going on, he said what he said to her, and he saw that she was receptive to what he was saying, so he went to his sister, a woman, who my mom's already knew since growing up as a child already, and said, yo, holler at her real quick, man, this, then, the third. So, forgive your moms, man. Forgive your moms. Not for her. This ain't about giving your moms a pass. It's not, you know what I'm saying, on some kumbaya, like, nah, me and my... What I'm saying is to free yourself. I'd rather you come to me and say that I forgave my mom, and 90 days later, I've noticed no difference in my life, then you say, nah, RPC, I can't do that. Then I guess you're not up to the challenge. I guess you're not up to live life live. RPC, don't forget to cop the book Hacker, True Female Nature 101. Ebook, paperback, and audiobook. It's going to be bestseller. If it's not already by the time you're watching this. Worldwide. Appreciate you watching it. Give your moms. RPC. Hey!
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.